Previously on Survivor Boston, Anna started to reach out to members of Katai, realizing that she was at the bottom of the original Fatia alliance. However, she remains skeptical of Anissa.
Anissa terrifies me. She's a sweet girl and she's a freshman like me, so that should be a bond between us. But she is smart.
On New Fatia, after losing Austin, the tribe was determined not to go back to tribal. But after getting completely demolished in the challenge, they got sent right back. Anthony could tell that the target was on his back and attempted to make a desperate pitch to Carly and Finn.
He's told everyone maybe 5 different stories about what happened to Jess, which I don't care about.
With Carly in the middle, it came down to her decision on whether or not to flip. And at the end of the day, she decided to stick with the original Fatia alliance. 6th person voted out of Survivor Boston. Anthony? 11 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I thank God I made that decision, because he literally came 10 minutes before tribal to talk to me and really tried to manipulate me into thinking it was best for me to vote with you guys.
He told me that and I was like,
and it was very manipulative, and I felt manipulated and kind of just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I told Anthony that I would only vote with him if Finn decided to vote with him and against Swetha or Maddie. Finn wasn't going to flip, so I told Anthony I wouldn't vote with him.
Yeah. People keep telling me, Anthony keeps telling me that Maddie's the brains, or that she's really doing
That's
so much.
Funny that Anthony's saying that now, because he hated Swetha for so long. And thought Swetha was the brains behind the operation.
He always used to tell me that too. I'm fine with voting either of them out,
right.
But he would always tell me oh, Swetha's such a big target, So I was like, oh yeah, we have to get her,
Yeah, but what is the reasoning behind that?
I honestly don't know. When my confession was we have to get Swetha, I'm
why?
I have no beef. I'm just following what Anthony's saying.
I think I was it could have easily been me or Anthony. So you never know. Even though everyone said I was safe, you never know. I didn't think Rocks was worth it. I told him I thought it was. I told him I would try to sway the vote. I would vote with him, but I knew I wouldn't vote with him if I knew Carly was voting with us at the end of the day. Because then that would mean we would vote with Rocks.
We haven't really caught up about anything that's happened on your tribe, because
nothing's really happened on our tribe because we won the last year.
Yeah,
true.
So we didn't have to really think about that, buckle down.
So, how's your life been with Survivor?
It's been good. I haven't talked to much of anyone, literally anyone actually. So me and Anna are talking a lot. She's starting to be someone I really, really trust. And I'm weighing the pros and cons of valuing her above Maddie and Swetha. Obviously Maddie and Swetha are 2 people, and that's an alliance that started at the beginning, whereas Anna's a new alliance.
I trust Marlon, but I also know that anything I tell him goes straight to Carly.
Yeah.
That's just how that works. And I talked to Jackie just because I've never talked to her before, and especially since new Katai is split 3-3, I was I trust Zach, I trust Marlon, kind of, with the Carly thing. But on new Katai, I trust Marlon. Because I think I trust Jackie. And she trusts Anissa, but I haven't talked to her. She's scared. Anissa's terrifies me. Terrifies. I feel if she didn't... Anissa! Hey, come here, we're talking.
It's taking a while for my food to come out, so I was going to come here anyway.
Oh my gosh, say hi to Anissa. We're just chilling and, talking about new Katai.
How do you guys feel? Okay, am I the only one who thinks that we're going to merge on Sunday?
I think we're going to either have one more challenge or merge.
I was working with Anthony, and I'm not really the type of person to meet with a bunch of people throughout the week. That was sort of Anthony's thing, and then he would just tell me everything. So not having Anthony kind of makes me have to work a little bit harder with building relationships. Do you guys know about the meeting thing I have?
The what?
I have so I did Temple of Risk. You guys know about Temple of Risk?
I know about, I don't know what you have.
Somewhat.
It's called the Legacy Idol. And it's not an idol, I can't play it. And before, before votes, they're if you have an idol, play it now. I can't play it then. The only time I can play it is in between them reading the second and third vote.
She's explaining to a lot of people that she has this thing called the Legacy Idol, that she won it in a Temple of Risk challenge. She didn't win a clue or whatever. And that the rules of the idol are that the votes come, you play it between votes 2 and 3 being read. I've never heard of an idol like this. It'd be cool if it was one, but I think it's like, the way she was explaining it, she was like, this has less, it's like less than a real idol. And I said, no, that's more power than a real idol, because you get to essentially confirm that people are voting for you before you even have to play it, which is like a huge advantage. And like the risk of playing an idol is the fact that like, are you wasting it?
Well, I have to go to the bathroom, so.
I have like a shit ton of homework. I'm in the study lounge, so
Okay.
I'll be over there. But I was
Bye.
nice talking to you guys.
Oh, good talking to you.
I'm glad you just like showed up. We were like, I need to.
So what just happened?
She just fully lied to us about the legacy idol. That's not fucking real. Are you kidding? That, like, what? When? Okay, that doesn't make sense, because if you could only play the vote between 2 and 3, that means that, like, you would never go home.
So she's scary nonetheless. Like, if she's lying or if she's telling the truth, either way, she's a threat.
So Anthony went home so happy about it. Literally, thank God. I was a little nervous that Carly was gonna flip, but I really think that Finn truly pulled through this week and was able to secure all the votes that we needed, which was basically Carly's. I think going into the merge, we're gonna be really set, because I do think Anthony was the head of that snake. Unless there might be, well, I think Anthony was the head of that snake, and I think Big H and Anthony were like this. And now Big H is kind of lost.
I was kind of like talking to them, like who would, because Anna was set on the fact that she thought that like both of our tribes were gonna vote someone out. So she was like, who on our tribe should we vote out? And I don't even remember what I told her, because obviously it would be one of them two for me.
Yeah.
And for them, it'd probably be me. So like I think we all knew we were lying to each other. I might have said Marlon, but like I obviously didn't mean that. But like we didn't really know what was gonna happen, and I don't want to work with Anna and Zach because I don't trust them. But like the way they were talking to me, they like, I could tell that they didn't actually trust me. I was still nervous because I kind of have a feeling that people are targeting me pretty heavily. I'm kind of scared about tonight because I think whoever loses the challenge is gonna go home. Or they're gonna do double elimination, and what I'm scared is my name being shown in double elimination.
For double elimination, it's gonna be you and me.
No, it's not. You know why? Because I told Zach and Anna about my special idol.
Okay. But you told them the fake part.
What do you mean?
Like you told them it's like...
Yeah, I told them the fake story
Okay, yeah.
about my idol.
And later she was like, I should tell you guys, I do have an idol. And we were like, wait, what? And then she brings up, she was like, yeah, remember Temple Risk like a while ago? The one that only her, Carly, and Anthony went to, and then she won.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone thought she got a clue to the idol, but she was like, no, it wasn't a clue. It was this thing called the Legacy Idol.
Yeah, I know about that. Because she told us all in the old tribe about
Right,
that.
she did say that she told you. Then she told, what did she tell you the rules of this idol?
She told me the rules were, what happens is you can, I think you play it right before
voting, and then you're like automatically safe. Or maybe, no, after like 3 votes or something.
Yeah, she told us in between second and third vote.
Yeah, that must be it. Because then maybe if your name gets pulled once or twice, you can be like, I want immunity.
Yeah.
Which is kind of better almost.
No, that's what we were saying.
Think it's
we don't think it's real.
Oh, really?
Because if you think about it, like if it was like between 2 and 3, she could easily just make it until the idol doesn't work anymore around 6 or whatever.
Anna contacted me, and I met up with her and Zach. And then basically they were like, we want to vote out Anissa, what do you think of that, blah, blah, blah. And Zach thinks Anissa's idol is fake. I don't think it's fake, because it would be such an elaborate lie. And some people say those are the best lies, but I don't. Knowing Anissa and knowing when she told us, like right when it happened, it would be like a weird thing for her to like it to be a lie about. I think that it just, if she does have that idol, it's smart to tell everyone she has it, because obviously if we have it, it's like why would she ever keep that a secret? It's such a good idol.
The thing is if she does have this idol or she has this legacy idol, either way we should probably get rid of it. I don't know.
Also, that's why we wanted to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to like
ensure
ensure
she would
you.
even be out, or she would be out, which would suck, but would be getting rid of an idol. I don't know, because obviously, like logically, I should keep her in the game because she was on Idol Tribe. But at the same time, I don't know. If you like, I could see her being untrustworthy.
I do think she is kind of a powerhouse. Even if we go for a vote for her, it wouldn't be awful. I would not want her to find out, of course, that I voted for her, but like strategically it is the best move, I think.
And then we also wanted to like ensure you that if she did get out, it's not like you like would have flipped and then you're at the bottom of like, that's not how that would work, because I feel like once merge happens, old alliances are gonna go out the window.
So true.
And like you two are my and you two are my like
Yeah.
strongest people that I trust.
Yeah.
So like I don't think you'd be
I know
like
this is our
taking
first
a
time
risk.
meeting, but I trust
I
you.
know, like, no, that's what I'm saying. I've been saying, like, I trust you more than a lot of, like, the big players on Old Fatia.
A lot has changed, I feel. Zach, I still feel like I trust out of the original alliance that we had, especially because he's on New Katai with me. I see myself moving forward hopefully by acting. I think that through this game, I've kind of been the freshman who is like been riding the winning team, and she's helped on some challenges, but also she doesn't really know Survivor. But I'm not going to be pushed around by the old alliances that I had, but I also don't want to just like break them off and like run away and be like whatever. I want to make it seem like I'm still up for anything and I'm still, ready to vote with the team, when in actuality I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I don't think it's what Old Fatia would expect.
What is this?
When we went into the room and they were like, open the computer, I was like, this is it. Like, this is the moment.
Do we open the JPEG?
Are they yours?
No, they're not. Oh my god, what's happening?
Oh, what is
Do we
this?
open it?
Oh, I hate this so much.
Stop.
We're so sorry.
Will begin shortly.
We walk in the room and there's a whiteboard and it says open JPEG and there's a little laptop, and then we walk up. I think Anissa opened the JPEG itself and we look at it and it says congratulations, you made merge, which was great news that we didn't have to like figure out anything with that 6 on New Katai. It also said that there will be a Temple of Risk challenge, so everyone started like worrying about that, started moving off to the side, and then I, being a Survivor fan through and through, knew that there was something else within this merge package, and so everyone walks to the side and I go back in while they're all distracted like talking about what the Temple of Risk challenge is going to be. I go back in, check the bottom left corner, in the tiniest little text it says check stickies, and so I quickly pull up stickies, and then it says, I was reading it so fast because I thought Big H was looking at me from like across the room. I read it, it says, all I read is Colonial Basement, and I was like, that's all I need. Deleted the sticky and then like walked back over.
It's really exciting to be a merge. This is how far I wanted to make it. I played a really good social game so far to to have like a good amount of numbers, even though there's more for Tia at this point, like a lot more for Tia. Yeah, it's finally so nice to be playing with Anissa again. Like it's still kind of low key, but it's just nice that we can still like talk a little more in public. I think me and Anissa can go really far still.
Ooh, I'm happy. I really did not think I would make it this far. Like, I really didn't.
So it's a lovely, pleasant surprise.
I dressed as Larry David, and I thought that everyone was gonna like go as something like silly, but everyone was sexy. Oh my gosh! And I was Larry David.
I wanted to make it to merge, so I'm very happy I get to be on the final jury. We're all really excited. We're like, yes, we made it to merge, because we were also all thinking like we were gonna walk into like, okay, big tribal council or like something like that.
Welcome. Congrats on the merge. That's a big deal. Big stuff. Yes. Very beautiful. Also, at this point, we can now confirm that you've all made the jury phase of the game, meaning that if you are voted off, you still have a chance to determine who will win this game out of the final 2 players that are sitting at the very end. All right. So, for this next Temple of Risk challenge, we will be competing in front of everybody. The advantages will be kept secret, so only the loser and the winner will know about the disadvantage and advantage. Before explaining the challenge, who's in? Take a step forward if you are in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are locked. All right, we have Anissa, Anna, Big H, Hallie, and Zach.
I decided to compete in the Temple of Risk challenge because I thought this is the time where I have no team to rely on. We're going to be doing individual challenges anyway for the rest of the game mostly. I might as well get used to it.
For this Temple of Risk, it is a mixture of general knowledge about what's happened in this game so far, mixed in with how well you know the city you're living in.
And a little bit of Palamedes.
In this challenge, we are going to be asking you different questions. The answer will either be A, B, C, or D. You will all have cards that have the corresponding letter. One of those letters is always going to be the correct answer. If you give the correct answer, you have the opportunity to take away a life of another player that is in the challenge, meaning that if I got a question right, I can say, I take away a life from Anna, and Anna will take 1 step back onto the next line of tape. Everybody has 3 lives in this game. Once you lose all 3 lives, you are out, which means the first person that is knocked out gets the disadvantage. The last person standing gets the advantage.
All right, first question. How many Temple of Risk winners have we had? Is it A, 2, B, 3, or C, 4? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Anissa says B. Hector and Hallie both say B. Anna says A. Zach says C. The correct answer is C, which means that Zach, you get to choose someone who loses a life.
Sorry, Anissa.
All right, Anissa loses a life. How many votes have been cast so far in the game? This game. Is it A, 36, B, 41, or C, 44? 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Everyone says B except for Anissa, who says C. Anissa, do you think you're right?
Nope.
You are actually right. C is the correct answer, which means you choose someone who loses a life.
Literally the only reason I'm doing it, Zach, is because he said my name. Like, nothing besides that would go into that.
What is the name of the contestant who dropped out on the first day? Is it A, Brandon, B, Will, or C, Chris? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Everyone says B except for Hallie, who says C. Hallie, do you think you're right?
No.
You are not right.
Yeah.
All of you are right, which means you all choose someone who loses a life. Anissa will start with you.
Wow.
B is the correct answer. Zach loses a life.
So am I out?
No, you have 1 more life. Anna, your turn. Anissa loses a life. Hector?
Zach.
Zach,
Wow.
This is a challenge.
Do I get to vote?
You still get to choose someone. All right. So we have Anna and Hallie still with 3 lives, Hector with 2, Anissa with 1. Zach, out of the challenge.
Zach, after this challenge, you will receive your disadvantage.
I got a disadvantage in the game, which I was like, frick. But then I was like, still in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm going to go get this immunity idol or whatever. It's in the colonial basement.
Boston is named after a town in which country? Is it A, Ireland, B, Croatia, C, England, or D, Greece? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Everyone says C except for Hector, who says A. The correct answer is C, which means that 3 of you will choose someone who loses a life. Anissa, you first.
Quick question. Anna, can I ask a
Oh
question?
my god.
If I like, are you gonna like get me out if I?
That depends, I suppose, on what you say.
Okay. Well, like if I don't get you back, are you gonna make me or like are you gonna vote me out anyway?
The gods are angry.
What?
If you don't choose me, I won't choose you.
Okay, Hallie. Okay, cool. No offense. It's fine.
Okay.
I almost like offered it to you.
Anna, your turn to choose.
With Hallie too. Sorry.
Hallie, last 2 lives back to back. Hallie, now you choose.
Well, I'm gonna go with Anna.
Boston is home to the first of all of the following in the United States except what? Is it A, the first public beach, B, the first cafe, C, the first lighthouse, or D, the first public park? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Everyone says A except for Anna, who says B. The correct answer is B. Anna, you get to choose someone who loses a life. You have 2 people who you could be taking them out of the challenge right now. Or Hector.
Sorry, Hallie.
Hallie, you are out of this
I
challenge.
don't know what I'm doing ever in my life.
How many tribal councils this season have been with an 8-person tribe? Is it A, 1, B, 2, or C, 3? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Anissa and Anna say B. Hector says C. The correct answer is C, which means that Hector, you got it right. You get to choose who loses a life.
Please don't.
Anissa's
Anissa's out of the challenge.
Big H getting me out of that competition I think was really smart because we don't want people to think we're working together. So for everyone to see that happen, I hope that like helps people not realize that we're actually working together.
All right. When facing tribal council and facing the tribal council setup, what image is on the leftmost blue flag? Is it A, a fire, B, a storm cloud, or C, just little spirals? 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Anna says C. Hector says A. Correct answer is A, a fire. Which means that automatically, Anna, you take it back. Which of these immunity challenges had every player show up? A, capture the flag. B, steal the bacon, which is the tire challenge. Or C, sticky situation, which is the blindfold challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reveal. Both of you say A. Both of you are right, which means that automatically Hector wins this.
What? How is that a rule?
Yes, because you would both lose a life.
Oh, yeah, no, it's...
You both take lives.
You go,
Which means Hector, you, Big H, you win the...
I decided to compete for the Temple of Risk because, once again, like you never know where everyone's head is at. I don't know what I was guaranteed, but I know it would be something for my benefit if I won. So I felt like there's no point of not doing something that you could get like something that benefits you.
Make sure you guys record your reactions to getting this advantage and disadvantage. Cool. As for the rest of you, we will see you at the immunity challenge on Friday. You guys can go ahead and grab your stuff and head on out. Get to know each other as the new merch tribe.
Hello. Okay, so
we are amazing.
Oh my god. Okay, so Anissa and I didn't even discuss this before, but I just
We didn't even discuss this as a possible like situation.
but like I decided to vote her out in the competition because I had to make sure that people still don't know that we're working together.
They really don't know.
Which I really hope they don't. I feel like we're doing a good job keeping it a secret. Winning, surprisingly, because I didn't think I would win a mental competition, but I did win. Right immediately when I got the message from Slack, I FaceTimed Anissa. But I just got the message from the producer, so I'm gonna open it right now. I actually haven't.
You didn't even open it yet?
No, I haven't. I wanted to call you first.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what it says. Here's your advantage, a clue to an idol. Another clue? Bitch.
There's another idol?
Yeah, and it didn't. Can you just give me an idol? I don't have to search for it. Here, a clue to an idol. It is up
But
to
you'll
you.
be able to find it. You're the only one with the clue.
Oh, true. I'll just keep it between us.
Big H wins the advantage in the game, which is another thing that I'm like, frick. Because he was like, he was definitely going to go home if we didn't merge just being like the last old Katai on new Fatia. The challenge ends and we're all walking back to campus, sort of. People start like peeling off. I know Big H lives in Colonial, so I walk past Colonial. Wait for him to go up and then run down to the basement.
So I'm freaking because I on the thing after like on the JPEG that said you are a merged tribe, I was like hola hola hola. There's definitely an extra clue on this thing, like it's happened in past seasons. Then I look in the bottom left corner and it's like check stickies. I quickly double click stickies while no one's looking, and then it said something about the basement in Colo.
Because I didn't know if his advantage would be a clue to the same idol, and then I look and there's a little corner of paper sticking out of one of the trash cans.
And I saw, after searching for so fucking long, it's a motherfucking hidden immunity idol. I'm running to safety. Oh, sorry, it's a mother's immunity idol that she will nourish me back to health with after that disadvantage in this game. Congratulations, you have found the hidden immunity idol. The hidden immunity idol will keep you safe from being voted off at Tribal Council. If you discover the idol, you may keep it secret or tell others that you have it.
This changes literally everything. I still have not told anyone about this idol. I want to like maybe use it as, like, I need to make my decision first in terms of my path within the core 5 alliance of Old Fatia being me, Anna, Maddie, Swetha, and Finn.
What do we think of Old Katai now? Like, what do you think their move is? Because how many of them are left?
I think Big H, I'm pretty sure Big H is like scared because like his only ally was like Anthony.
Yeah.
And now, well, I guess I don't know who he's aligned with though from Old Katai.
I think that they're all gonna come together, and
I'm sure he would.
I think all of Old Katai is gonna come together, and I feel like they're gonna try and rope in Carly and Marlon, and like
because they're working together.
You don't think they would?
I feel like they would.
Oh yeah.
Making the merge feels so good. I am so excited. Me, Finn, Swetha, Zach, and Anna can play again because I feel like we really were dominating Old Fatia in a good way. Well, good for me. So I'm excited to play with them again because I feel like we all are super methodical and logical in our thinking, and moving forward, like that's really good to have all those people on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do we feel about Anissa?
I'm scared of her. I think
literally everyone is scared of her.
It's like the fucking idol. Like literally, what do we do about it?
That's not a real thing. That's my theory.
Yeah.
That's not real, but we
Yeah.
have to play like it is.
That's the thing.
I
Like,
think she definitely
regardless,
has an idol.
I think she's definitely lying about
regardless,
something
she has
about it.
an idol. I think.
Yeah.
And I think we should just like personally, I think out of everyone, I would like to see her go home. Yeah.
Me too.
Well, true, but I think
know.
she's definitely the riskiest because she has the idol.
But I think if we're like quiet about it and like get like, I feel like we can maybe get like Jackie on our side, maybe, and then like, I don't know if who knows how Carly's gonna go.
Anissa, I think, everyone knows she's like the biggest threat in the competition right now for like everybody's game, which is like fine. Like I know she's a threat, but I know that everybody else knows she's a threat. So like the second, like she's such an easy target to pick off because of how well she's been doing, but also like just because like duh, like or whatever.
So if we're going to vote on Friday, what's our vote?
I would like to vote for Anissa.
Maybe we can message Carly or Marlon, or you can talk to Marlon and be like, have any of you like talked to Anissa? Like, does she trust any of you at all? Because then you can talk to her and be like, hey, like, I just want you to know, like, I think people might be thinking of voting for you tomorrow, and then like just like make her nervous, even if we don't actually put her name in.
I mean, it's really great because a lot of the people that I was allied with in Old Fatia, especially like Zach and Anna, like now we're back. How it is right now, it's like 7 people from Old Fatia, 4 people from Old Katai. So again, numbers wise, if we all stick together, which I think we will, we have a majority. So we've all kind of talked about how if we stick together, we could make it all of us like for the next 2 weeks, which is really awesome.
Me and Swetha here.
On Carly's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. See me, say happy birthday, that'd be nice. Old Fatia is always like a mixed bag, I think. Like I really never know what's going on in any of their heads. Like we act like we have an open line of communication, but I really don't think like that's what's going on. Like everyone's kind of playing their own game. Like all of Old Fatia hasn't had a chance to meet because like we're all so busy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty much a given that we'll all vote together, right?
Yeah, because like we're like in the majority, and there's 4 of them versus 7 of us, and it's like.
Is there really only 4 of them?
Yeah.
The only thing we do have to remember is Anissa has an idol.
That's what I want to talk about because I'm like.
And somebody else has an idol somewhere.
But I don't know about Anissa, like, because that's like I don't know like how I feel.
Well, Anissa's idol is like kind of different. I know there's like different specifications to it.
Yeah, and that's what I was hearing too. Something about like she can use it after like a certain number of votes or something.
The weird thing is we could have like, and that's true. Because I'm thinking like if we had 2 people vote for her and like everybody else vote for someone else, like we could potentially flush her idol.
Okay. I'm here with Big H. Okay, the thing that's been on everybody's lips is whether or not, and do you know if Anissa has an idol? Because she's been saying she does, but I think she's lying.
I think she won one of the
Temple of I think she won, but like, I don't know if she's told you this, but she's like keeps talking about this idol where like she can only play it like after like the second vote of the.
Yeah.
Right?
She told us that was right before the tire competition. So yeah, she told our team. She took a time when we were still Qatar.
That was what she won.
Yeah.
I feel like she's lying because that's like a weird. Are we at this tennis court?
Everyone's been talking about her as a really good competitor. Just like before the competition, Finn asked to meet and we walked together. He started like bringing up her name, saying she's such a good competitor, we need to get her out. And I was like, yeah, for sure, she's so good. Which is really just putting a target on his back. But everyone knows that Anissa's like a beast, so.
All right, so welcome to your first individual immunity challenge. Tribal immunity is no more. For today's challenge,
the Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues.
So yes, for today's challenge we are doing the pacer test. If you don't know what that is, you're going to start on one line, and then when the pacer test starts, it's all from the audio, you run to the other line. You have to get to that line before the next beep, and then after the next beep you go back to the other line. And it gets faster and faster. The time between each beep gets shorter and shorter as we go along. If you miss it twice, just like the normal pacer test, you're out of the challenge.
In addition to this challenge, at the last Temple of Risk challenge, Zach, you came in very last place.
No.
Your disadvantage for this challenge, you are not allowed to compete.
That's really
What?
I am a I would have
Squirrel. Are there any questions involving this?
Can we see
Did you purposely pick the muddiest part of the field?
The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal. A single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Remember to run in a straight line, and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over. The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
We're off to a good start.
1, 2,
H leading the pack, winding up each time.
3,
'Zach just watching.
4, 5, 6, 7, end of level 1. 8,
Hallie missed one. That's one miss for Hallie.
9, 10,
Hallie just barely making it. Fast couple.
11,
It's gonna start getting tiring really quickly.
12, 13,
Maddie missed one. It's one strike for Maddie. Everybody else still in, besides Hallie.
14, 15, end of level 2.
It's gonna get faster now.
16, 17,
Carly needs to pick it up here.
18,
Carly missed one.
19,
Jackie dropping out. And we're down to 6.
20, 21, 22,
Swetha misses one. Swetha drops out. We're down to 5.
23, end of level 3.
Vince dropping out, and just like that, we're down to 4.
24, 25, 26,
It is Marlon, Big H, Anissa, and Anna. All former New Katai members.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, End of level 4.
Yeah, pick it up. Yep.
33.
Anna misses one. Marlon and Anna each have a strike.
34.
Interesting strategy by Marlon. We're down to 2.
35. 36. 37. 38.
You need to pick it up here.
39. 40.
Marlon stops, and Anissa's still going, which means Anissa wins immunity.
Anissa, you have 1 individual immunity. You are guaranteed a 1 in 10 shot at winning this game. The necklace is currently sitting in my desk, so we will get that to you at the next tribal council. For the rest of you, one of you will be the 7th person voted out of this game and the first member of our jury. You have till Sunday to figure out who that is. Grab your stuff and head on out.
Thank you.
We did the pacer test and that sucked major ass. I probably should not have said that. I did like how everyone was being really like supportive during the pacer test. And now like we're all buddies, which is weird.
This is the immunity necklace that I got from winning the pacer test challenge. It makes me feel safe this week for sure, so I'm glad I won. But I'm worried about Big H this week. He's a good competitor. I know that they're targeting me, but since they can't get me out, I think they're gonna go after Big H, which sucks for me a lot. So I'm gonna try and like make that not happen. I could actually give this to someone at Tribal, and considering the fact that I lied to everyone about having another special idol, I'm like in theory safe. So I'm wondering if I give this to Big H, if they'll consider both of us as safe, or like as not being able to be voted out and vote someone else out. That could be awesome. The only thing is that puts me in a really bad spot because like if they like called my bluff, I would go home tonight, and that might be really stupid because like right now I'm in a really good spot.
I was not happy about the pacer test. I've never done it before, so I didn't know what to like expect really, and I should have expected hell. I think the person that needs to go at this point is someone that I haven't associated with at all. I know that I have like, I can talk to Jackie, I can talk to Anna, Marley, Carlin, Anissa, but like I've never met with Maddie or Swetha or Zach. I've met with Finn before, but like I said, he brought up Anissa's name to me, so like he's a threat as well.
So we just got out of the challenge. It's unclear whether I am led with sweat or the rainwater.
Up until this point, my strategy has been to like make moves, but make it seem like more of a team effort rather than me thinking like this is what I want to do. I think everyone on Old Katai thinks that Swetha was the one that sent Madison home week 1, which is good for me right now because no one is suspicious of me at all. This is really good because I'm not seen as a threat right now and I'm not seen as like a suspicious player, but I also need to now make sure that I am making big enough moves where people notice and like can credit me for them.
Is this water?
Yeah, it's a Pedialyte bottle. I took the thing off.
I'm moving that.
Wow, hydration is key.
I'm literally only speculating, but the only thing I'm good for is running. Like I run. That I might not have won, but I would have done really well and in this challenge. But my disadvantage was literally just not being able to do the challenge at all, which was so bad because Anissa, being the threat she is, we wanted going into this first merged tribal council to be able to flush that idol immediately or whatever she has, but she got individual immunity, so all hopes of that is shattered.
Yeah, it should definitely be, I think, like the people we haven't even talked about being like swing votes for us, Hallie and kind of Big H. Like,
yeah,
those should be the two that we're like really like, because like Jackie, that could be eliminating a possible like addition to our alliance.
Literally like we have to meet with Old Fatia
to get, like, we need to, like, meet with Marlon and Carly, I feel like, and see who they want to target, and, like, as long as it's not, like, anyone from Old Fatia, like, we'll take them out until we, again, have majority, because, like, otherwise we will not have majority.
I just, like, don't know if, like, all of Old Fatia meet, they're trying to get one of us out, they're just gonna lie and say someone else, then still vote for us. Like, I feel like we need to meet with them, like, just us.
Yeah.
Or something.
I feel like I might try to message Jackie about, like, meeting before Friday, because I feel like we're not gonna, all of us are not gonna meet before Friday, like Old Fatia.
No.
So what if one of us talks to Carly and one of us talks to Jackie?
Ooh, I should talk to Carly. I feel like she's asked me to talk, like, before.
Okay.
Everyone is kind of nervous about Carly. They don't really know where she stands. A lot of people on Old Fatia think that she might switch sides, but I don't know. I really trust Carly. We've talked a lot. I think that she still wants to stick with the majority.
I think the line right now is Old Fatia and Old Katai. Marlon, like, we've been tight, like, since he joined our tribe, like, the second week. We are Old Fatia members, but I'm kind of tired of that group. People in Old Fatia would turn on us in a second. Like, they did it first week with Madison, and I haven't trusted them since that moment. So that's where I'm at.
I think I came clean about, like, the commitment I'm willing, or yeah, the commitment I'm willing to put into the show, and to being a contestant. And it's not that I'm not committed, and it's not that I don't love Survivor and I don't like being on the show. That's not the case. It's just my semester is ramping up, and I feel disconnected from some of the other contestants. I think I use the word disenfranchised. That's a fucking wrong word. Disillusioned maybe is maybe a better word. Disconnected. I'm just tired. And I was really honest. I was, like, supremely honest.
Hallie texted the old Katai saying she wants, like, to be removed from the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on camera. But yeah.
No way.
So she probably texted, no one from Katai responded. Like, because there's only 3 of us. We didn't respond.
That's crazy.
Because, like,
so she doesn't want to, like,
she doesn't want to be in the game, so she probably told someone on their side too to, like, I don't know.
To just vote her out?
Yeah. But if we don't vote her out, is she gonna be, like, pissed?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm like, girl,
she
we're
asked
at the
to be
finish.
removed?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's just annoying, like, you made it this far. Push
Yeah,
it
like,
through.
you...
And we need her number for now, those
Yeah,
votes.
no, we need
That's
her.
the only reason I was like, I'm not voting her out. Like, you're
Maybe
staying.
you should meet with her. Hallie sent a message in one of the group chats saying she wanted to leave the game. And that, like, changes a lot of things, because if she wants to leave, like, that's one less vote that we have, like, against any member of Old Fatia. Seems like the easy way to go. She's not really an influential player. It's not gonna hurt, like, really anyone, like, socially to vote her out.
Old Fatia.
Old Fatia. Marlon's in the hallway, but he's filming something right now. So
Zach lost his credit card. Finn's in urgent care.
It's been a wild day for Old Fatia.
Anna's coming, I think.
So Hector apparently told Marlon, who told me, that Hallie sent something in one of, like, the old Katai group messages on Slack that she doesn't want to be in the game anymore. But I don't know, like, what she said. I guess he told Marlon that, like, she was just like, take me out of the game or something weird.
I mean, if that, like, should we just do that then?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
I mean,
she
now
wants
that
to be out of the
Anissa-
game anyways.
And Anissa has immunity,
yeah.
so there's no point. So I feel like the only person, and, like, Jackie's a potential, could side with us, and, like,
Yeah, I actually talked to Jackie because I wanted to, like, see, because she was, like, really good friends with Austin.
I think Hallie's an easy target, like, just
That's
to,
what I
like,
feel like, too.
dude, yeah, I hate to say it.
She said that she would vote out Hallie. Obviously can't send home Anissa now that she has immunity and she has, like, that weird legacy idol. I don't even know what it is. It was just a general consensus, like, it made sense, like, let's send Hallie home. And at the end of the day, like, she's never gonna be a vote for our side. Like, I don't see that happening ever. She is, like, not really a threat, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
she's just, like,
kind of
there.
just, like, yeah.
That was easy.
I really go. So, like, let's say it's the 7 of us, Old Fatia, and I guess maybe Jackie. So, like, 8 people. Anissa would be the ideal. Obviously, she won the challenges today, so she will not be voted off. But we're all kind of nervous because we are fairly sure that she has an idol and that it's, like, a weird idol that she can play after a certain number of votes. So the next week, if we're trying to flesh out her vote, like, her idol, like, I'm trying to think about how we would have to do the votes, because she can play it after 2 votes, right? So we have to, like,
do enough with
I feel
her
like
name.
we'd at least have to do 3 people.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
But I think for now, we're trying to go for Hallie just because we think that she's someone who we're not going to make like a huge move by moving in on her. I don't think old Katai is going to be really upset about it.
Because what's up on your perspective?
So I just met with Carly and Swetha yesterday.
Yeah.
And we said Hallie, like, and I
Yeah,
was
Hallie
like,
makes sense to me.
And I was like, I think it would be. I was saying that I feel like we can trust you because I didn't want them to like just be like targeting like all of old Katai.
Yeah,
So
I
was like-
appreciate
I was
that.
like, oh,
So we did the pacer test, and I will say I knew that I would not win. I made it further than I thought I would, though, so I'm proud of myself. And it also is inspiring me to go to the gym more, because I was like, shit, I should be more in shape than this. So yeah. So then Anissa won, which I do think is good for me because I won't have to make an Anissa decision, and that is a decision I'm dreading making. So I don't want to have to make that decision of like whether or not I should turn against her, because I like really like her and see her as an ally always, and I want her to trust me. But at the same time, I know strategically, like if I align myself with this group of people, like it might like carry me further.
yeah, I'm voting Hallie.
Okay, I'm voting Hallie too.
She wants to go home. Like apparently.
I've heard that too.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
there was like some group chat or something where she was like, "Can I go home?"
Preferably, I would like to have someone on Old Fatia, but I don't think that's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna push for it. If someone even mentions a name on Old Fatia, like I will hop right on that boat, but I'm not gonna mention that because I don't want it to be like again, I don't want to be playing any offensive moves right now. I think Hallie is a safe bet because we don't know much from Hallie. We don't know what she's gonna do, and she doesn't talk to a lot of people.
Like, do you know who Anissa and them are gonna vote?
Well,
Did they tell you?
that's why I wonder if she would maybe want to keep Hallie in because Hallie would like vote with her.
And I feel like with Anissa, like, I feel like no one on Old Fatia would trust her. Like, I feel like all of us like see her as like a threat.
That's what I was gonna
You know what I
say.
mean? I feel like I trust you more than like certain people like on my like I would want you to stay longer than certain
Yeah.
people on Old Fatia. You know what I mean? Hallie, Anissa, and Big H, based on my talk with Jackie, will throw their votes to either Finn or Swetha. And I'm definitely trying to position myself in the middle of like all these different alliances. So there are definitely huge votes down the line, but I think if I do it right, then I'll be in a spot where I won't be the name that people are throwing out there.
I'm like eating these OHR mints. They're like so good. Do you want one?
I'm okay.
Okay. They're like, yeah, they're like addictive. They're great. Anyway, drugs are bad.
All right. So, nothing much.
I just want to know if everything was good and how you're feeling.
I think like in post-merge, I really wanted to talk to you because I was like, I feel like sticking Old Fatia is a really good move at this point in the game, just because like we have numbers advantage. Like, let's use that.
Yeah, we do exactly.
And then, as for like the big players on Fatia, like I think those are people like we start watching.
If Carly and Marlon wanted to make a big move and honestly a smart move, they would flip on all of us. That with them moving to Old Katai, they would have numbers advantage over Old Fatia, easily vote out any of the big players on Old Fatia, and then also Carly and Marlon would move sort of to the top. They could like rise to the cream of the crop there, and it would be smart of Anissa and Carly and Marlon to work together, but we're not sure that they've made that they've drawn that conclusion yet and like actually become a team.
What Carly told me is that the consensus was that we're gonna like vote out for Hallie.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured.
I think like so I was like really worried about like Anissa because do you know what she won in that challenge?
No.
Like the advantage?
No, I don't.
She says that this idol is after 2 votes are red, she can then play it. And
Wow. That's really good.
I don't know what to think about this idol because I was like, that doesn't sound like a real thing. Like that's never been a thing in
So you think she's lying?
I think it'd be a good lie because the more people...
That's very specific. I spoke with Zach. Told me that he knows about Anissa's legacy idol, but he thinks it's kind of a bluff that she made. But I'm cool with Anissa, and I don't think it's a bluff. I think it is a real thing. It is a very powerful item, which is why she is a target.
I think tonight
I think
Hallie's probably going to go.
Hallie's a good option because I think Hallie would remain loyal to Old Katai. I think that's a good like starting place to then move forward, springboard. Anissa, I think, is like no matter what, like tribal lines aside, like the biggest threat in this game right now.
I think I'm sitting in a pretty good place post-merge. I've got good relationships with the core 5 from Old Fatia, as well as Jackie and possibly Marlon, who I think would just be willing to go with a plan that doesn't involve him going home.
Once things start moving forward, we should definitely meet up again and be like, okay, what do we do about like big players on Fatia?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think we played like similar games.
Word,
Now
yeah.
It's like
kind of like, just watch from the sidelines.
Literally.
For real. I've been really like
Switzerland.
Exactly.
Like, okay.
We were.
great.
What's going on, Anna? How you feeling?
I'm feeling scared.
So, the consensus is that we are voting for Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So.
Do you have feelings on that?
Yeah. Hallie, honestly, at the moment, isn't much of a threat, and we could easily get her out next week. But I feel like it'd be easier to just get out as one of the big players.
Hallie, right now, isn't really a strong player. Personally.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I think that she's not really a strong player. Therefore, I feel like she could go easily any week. Maybe we could try to get rid of someone from Old Fatia who's kind of like a power player.
The only thing that is making me scared is the fact that I think if I switched at this moment, it would make me in danger from those people.
Okay, I can protect you. Because I mean, like, you're one of the first people who like helped me like catch up with the game.
No, thanks.
And so I respect that, and so I would be down to protect you.
Thank you.
Part of me is like, don't flip on Fatia. That's my biggest alliance. Like, that's a group of 5 people who, even though they're big players, we've been together this whole time. And I do kind of not trust them, as I've said in the past, but also it's scary to go against that.
Where does that put you? Because I feel like if you vote Hallie with like Old Fatia, you still have Old Fatia's backs. Or like they still have your back later on.
Right.
Where you might be putting yourself in danger.
I'm cool with Anna. I need Anna's trust so that we can, get numbers and votes, Basically the consensus was that we were going to vote for Hallie to go.
So I know like we haven't met at all.
I know, yeah.
Which makes sense because like Katai
The two tribes,
and Fatia.
yeah.
But like I've never had like anything against you this whole time. So.
I would say the same for you. Like, I feel like the two of us are sort of like the ones labeled as like threats. Let me close the door.
Okay.
For me personally, I'm closer with both Big H and Jackie than I am with Hallie. Our whole alliance was like, yeah, like I think we should vote Jackie. Hallie.
Right now, I know like the majority of the people, and honestly, like myself included at this point, is like kind of going for Hallie right now. Like,
do you think she's a big player?
I don't think she's a big player, but like a lot of people just felt like it would be like an easy move.
You think I should vote for Hallie?
I think it honestly might be a smart idea for you to vote
for Hallie. I mean, there's no one else that I would want to vote for.
The other people,
I don't think people on your side like me.
I feel like the second that they get rid of like other people, I think I'm the first to go.
I went to go see Finn, and that was the first time I've ever met with Finn in this game. He actually expressed how insecure he was with his position in this game, how he was saying that like even though he's working with Old Fatia, he still feels like he would be one of the ones that they vote off first. So that like was surprising that he even told me that, because I mean I wasn't really saying anything.
Right. But the thing is, after this week, I like would like to like send someone from.
But no, what I'm thinking about like for tonight, and
Yeah.
like
No,
I'm
but for
literally not
tonight.
even trying to like start things. I'm like pretty sure that me, Jackie, Hallie, Big H, Carly, and Marlon, in theory, could vote together.
Right.
So like that's
And
the majority
honestly-
tonight, which is why I'm saying like if we were to
Right.
get all of us to vote together, and like maybe even you, if you wanted to, we could get someone out.
And like that's what I was thinking. So I was like, you guys could potentially have the numbers if someone flips. Like,
What I'm saying is like I just counted off a majority that doesn't include you.
That's true.
And like if you wanted to, I literally have not talked to them, so I don't know if they're set on Hallie or what the whole Hallie situation
Mhm.
is. But like tonight, we do have the numbers to get a big player out on Fatia. That would be so, like...
That'd be crazy, like, just, like, as a
something
way to
big
start
has to happen.
Something big
Because
has to
with Merge,
happen.
if you guys get Hallie out, then, like,
Right.
it's gonna be really hard for you to overcome.
No, honestly, that's what I think too. Like,
So Finn's over here talking like he has majority to vote out Hallie, and I just looked at Finn and I was like, I haven't talked to anyone on my side about who we want to vote out, but I'm pretty sure that whoever we decide, we have majority. So Finn went from like, I have majority, we're voting out Hallie, to wait a second, that other side has majority, and I could be the one they sent home and there's nothing I can do about it.
it's like not even one person, but it's like when everyone like sort of gets together, like a lot of this stuff, like I think Maddie has been one of like the
That's
strong.
what Anthony told me Maddie was the scary one.
Right.
I didn't know if he was lying and saying like, yeah, I'd vote out Maddie, but like he seemed very genuine about being open to the idea of voting out Maddie.
Like, because she's so like centered in like the alliance right now, I think it would like really shake things up too.
How do you want me to tell you whether or not it's a go?
Do you want to just like I know they're like don't Facebook, but literally just like
Wait, how about I will wear this jacket if you should vote Maddie.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. That's fun.
So if I wear like anything else other than this jacket,
Other than
don't
this
vote
jacket,
Maddie.
I
This
won't-
jacket means vote Maddie.
Okay, that means vote Maddie. Okay, wait, that's actually fun. I really like that.
At the end of the day, if the five of us stuck together, like once we get to the final five, I feel like I'm going home, and I feel like some of my biggest competitors are in this alliance, namely Zach and Maddie. I don't want to like send one of them home, but I want to like see if somebody else will.
I was very hesitant about meeting Finn, but he said that he would vote Maddie off tonight.
He would vote Maddie. That's crazy.
We would have to get everyone on board. It would be, if you're on board with voting Maddie, it would be me, you.
Will Hallie and Jackie do that?
So I texted Jackie, but I couldn't meet with her today, and I was like, what are you doing?
Because Jackie talked to Maddie.
The lines are blurred. Me, Big H, Hallie, I think we're all going to vote the same tonight, and we're just hoping that Carly and Marlon don't side back to Old Fatia, because if they do, they're going to just pick us off. So I met with Finn today. He was like, we could vote Maddie out this week.
He said that?
But he does not want to vote for Maddie unless it's like confirmed that there will be enough people. For Finn, he was like, how do I know if I'm supposed to vote Maddie or not?
Exactly, so-
And I told Finn that if I wore a white jacket to tribal.
I love it.
So fucking hilarious.
So I'm gonna
I love it.
Wait a second, this is so crazy.
I think Fatia thinks it's Katai versus Katia, but I think they don't know what's gonna come. Maybe I'm being played at the end of the day too, but I think it's a different game now. It's whoever you've been talking to the whole time and working with.
But the thing is, I don't know how much I trust Finn, so we all still have to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in order for my idol to be activated, I need to vote for someone in the minority. That's probably what I'll end up doing, as long as I'm like 100% positive that like we have a majority.
It started to become evident that Maddie's name was being thrown out, and Maddie was like, hey, I want to have an alliance with you, you seem really cool, and we had this really great conversation, and I was like, I want to have an alliance with Maddie, this is great. I like Maddie, I want her in the game, but I also almost didn't believe that Anissa gathered the votes.
Today, I've had some conversations that are like, could probably like change the game.
No, really?
If we don't send Hallie home tonight, and instead we send someone home from Fatia, which I know is like a crazy thing to say.
And like I also don't want like the rest of them not to trust us, because then we won't know what they do moving forward.
That's true.
So like I don't want them to know it was us, you know?
That's like the one thing that's holding me back,
Yeah.
because it's like,
Because that could make us targets. Like,
Since Finn brought that up, it was gonna be the first time that like we flipped against Old Fatia. It's a really big decision, and I was a little bit nervous about it, just because like going forward, like if like Old Fatia finds out about it, like I don't know what's gonna happen.
I think that this first merge vote is very important. I think it kind of shows who we're scared of, but it also shows who we think is not a threat based on who we vote and based on who votes with who. And it kind of sets up the basis of who we're going to trust for the rest of the game, I think. I think it's a very important vote, and I hope it goes well.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo. Welcome to your first tribal as a merged tribe. Finn, now that you guys are merged, how does that change the game?
I think it changes the game in the sense that like
tribe-wise, like we're all one tribe, so I feel like it definitely alters like the dynamic of like, you know, like what. I'm not making any sense right now.
Hold on. Manny, what do you think? Where do you think the line draws at this point? Because there is old Fatia and old Katai, and then there's new Fatia and new Katai. So what do you think the situation is?
Obviously, like, because of the fact that we grew in this game with like our individual tribes, like there's gonna be some loyalty there. But I said this like the last couple weeks, and I still like believe it. I feel like no one is opposed to like aligning with someone from the opposite side, because like now we are like one tribe, and like there's no harm in just like working with more people, because like that's what this merge like gives us the opportunity to do, I guess. But like also I would be lying if I said like I didn't still have like a lot of like loyalty and trust in like the people that I have worked with, just because like I've grown with them in this game.
Anna, she's saying people are not afraid to align with people from who are on the opposite tribes. Do you think it's that unclear on where the line is at this point? Or do you think, yeah, it's pretty well known on where the line is?
I think it's very unclear. I think that since Merge makes it more of a personal game, it creates a weird dynamic where you don't really know what people are thinking, because it's no longer thinking for a tribe, it's thinking for yourself.
So, Anissa, do you feel like you needed to win immunity today?
Where I am right now, I'm like, whoa, I'm really glad I have the immunity idol. But when I did the competition, I did not have the same mindset, so I guess in hindsight, I'm glad that I won it, because I definitely am glad I have it right now, because I think I need it right now.
Why do you think you need it right now?
I've just heard my name thrown out multiple times. No one's approached me to ask me to work with me with my advantage, so it's not really
I think
true.
your advantage is scary. I'm just gonna say
I've told everyone like straight up what it is though. But like, and so no one has been like, let me work with you.
But
I think that the reaction is, let's go against you.
Is it
just
one of the
saying.
rules that like you can't give it to someone else?
Exactly. So like, you're not working with me, you are betting against me. Not you,
I
but
will
like the
say-
general you.
I will say it could also be when someone has a power, like an advantage, like you want them to approach you about it, like you don't want to approach them about it, because like you don't know what that could be, like you don't want to like upset them. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's vice versa.
Yeah, I mean everyone, and you would know this if I did talk to you, like I told all of Katai what it was because I knew I got it, and when I got it, we were on separate tribes, so like right when I got it, I told all of Katai, and if I met with anyone on Fatia, because either they reached out to me or I reached out to them, I straight up told them what it was. So if you don't know what it is, and you didn't hear from me, it's because we haven't met.
But I don't know how to work with that.
Well, in my opinion, like just let it not get used. Like you saying like you're not going to gun against me just isn't true, because like that is what you guys are doing.
But that's the scary thing about the idol, you saying don't let it get used. That means we just have to never vote for you.
Okay, then vote for me, but like then don't say you're not going against me, because then you are.
Well, we can't anyway this week. You and like
Immunity. I don't think anyone's worried about you this week.
I know, I don't either.
So
just like clear that up.
I think so.
Say it.
I also just think like part of it is like with Survivor you want the like playing field to be even. Like I think like that's important to a lot of people. Like you get a little nervous when the playing field isn't even and like people have like advantages.
I also, can I say something? I also think just like in terms of like people talking to people, and like I've said this too where I've been like, I'm like annoyed they didn't talk to me, but it's like everything is a two-way street. Like we all have the, and like I have said that before and I think it's like total bullshit, because I'm like, why am I saying that like I could have reached out to that person? So I think like that is like, I think we need to like get that out of our head, like being like, well they didn't approach me, because it's like, well you also didn't approach them.
Okay, so we've talked to Anissa a lot about the advantage, but you do have immunity, so you can't go home. So who feels like they are going home tonight? Raise your hand.
or aren't.
R. Hallie and Big H raising their hands. 2 original Katai members. Hallie, why do you think you are?
I know that my name's been thrown out. I also think, like, if I'm just being honest, like, my head's just not on the game anymore. I didn't think I would make it this far, and I don't feel connected with, like, a lot of people here. Like, I really felt connected with Katai, and, like, I really wanted to play the game for Katai, for my tribe. And now that we're merged, like, I just don't feel that. I'm not, like, I'm a huge team player, I'm not a huge, let me win this for myself, you know what I mean?
That is what Survivor is.
I know.
So that is what you signed up for.
I know.
There's
I
also
care a
people
lot
from
less.
Katai here.
I'm not gonna like quit playing the game, it's just I'm less committed now.
Also with the thing, like, you didn't expect to make it this far. Same. But also, I think that, like, even if your head isn't in the game anymore, you should take that as, like, such an element of pride. Even if you're going against your own, you know, expectations of yourself, I think that's awesome. Like, you've done such a good job. So I just want to,
Thanks, Anna.
you said that, and I was like, you know what? Like, feel yourself for that. Like, that's awesome. I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
I know we all love to boost each other up, but at the same time, I mean, you say you didn't think you'd make it this far, but part of entering Survivor is to play to win the game. So what was your original intention going into the game in the first place?
I was playing to win at first. I think
you're not?
I think now, as the game has gone on, I've become like really just dated and disenfranchised. Like,
What?
okay,
What?
I really think like the pacer test is what did it.
All right. I'm gonna stop you right there. Anissa, you were shaking your head as she was talking. What's your reaction?
Like, at least from my perspective, like, not like directed at Hallie, just like, I mean,
well,
like, if you like look at it number wise, like, it hurts my numbers, like, that's not a lie. So like,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm coming from.
I realize this is selfish of me to be like,
Because
like,
you have people who perhaps are your alliance members or perhaps want to work with you or need you as a number. You know what I mean?
I know. I feel like just really disconnected. Like I don't know anyone and no one knows me. Like I haven't like I'm not contributing as much as I would like. Earlier in the game when it was just Katai, like we met like every week and we would talk for like forever.
So why not try to do that now? Because it seems like it's just there's a sense of like giving up at this point. You know?
Maybe I am. I don't want to disappoint anyone. I feel like I'm totally disappointing you, Charlie.
It's not. It's also about the other players here. Big H. Do you like kind of understand this dilemma, or do you think it's a little bit selfish? I mean, what do you think?
Nothing personal, Hallie, but like, everyone has like their own responsibilities. Like I know for a lot of us, it's like it takes a lot of time to like try to meet up. But like even if it's just like seeing someone for a few seconds in the DH, like you try to talk to someone. But yeah, like we signed up for it, so we push through. Like, keep starting something, you finish it to the end. So.
All right, let's get to the vote. Finn, you're up.
Oh my god.
I'm voting for Zach because he kind of hurt my feelings in trying.
It's rough.
Cool.
Hallie. I don't know, this might be the wrong move, but we'll see.
If anybody has the Indian Beauty Idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted off will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. Number the votes. First vote, Hallie. Maddie. It's one vote Maddie, one vote Hallie. Hallie. Maddie, we're tied. 2 votes Maddie, 2 votes Hallie. 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 It's 4 votes Hallie. Hallie, it's 5 votes Hallie, so 2 votes Maddie. 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 It's 4 votes Maddie, 5-vote tie. Maddie, we're tied. 5 votes Maddie, 5 votes Hallie, 1 vote left. Zach, we have a tie. Which means, so in the case of a tie,
Literally by
Maddie and Hallie, you will not vote. The rest of you, you will be voting off either Maddie or Hallie. Finn?
Oh god. Hello? What? Fuck.
I hope everyone pulls through. Maddie goes home.
How do I do this? Because unless someone switched, my vote is the one who decides who goes home. This is messed up. I did not expect that to happen.
Once again, I'll read the votes. First vote, Hallie. Maddie. Hallie. Maddie, we're tied. 2 votes Maddie, 2 votes Hallie. Maddie. Maddie has 4 votes Maddie, 2 votes Hallie. Seventh person voted out of Survivor Boston. First member of Red Jury. Maddie. Maddie, need you to bring your buff.
Wait, am I allowed to say stuff?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I am my biggest snatch right now. Can I say who I think flipped?
Sure.
Okay, I have my suspicions, but I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, Maddie, the tribe has spoken.
Alright,
Go
good
ahead,
luck,
Maddie.
guys.
Love you, Maddie.
I don't want to text Maddie either.
Yeah, sure.
I really like doing that.
Well, judging by the reactions tonight, clearly a blindside, clearly not what people were expecting. You guys have an exciting game ahead of you. Grab your stuff, head on out. Good night.
Wait, head on out.
Oh, we have a challenge for that. That's what I gotta say. Next time on Survivor Boston. After a brutal blindside,
Guys, I'm so mad.
the players scramble to figure out what's next.
No, like what do people think? Like where do we go from here?
I am completely blindsided. I feel betrayed. I'm like hurt. I'm upset. I don't know who flipped. I mean, that's the game. Like, that's how it works. So I don't have any hard feelings. I feel like the people that flipped were Anna and Jackie, and I don't know who else. I don't think Carly flipped, honestly. But I hope that I was able to plant the seed that Anna is dangerous in this game, because I do think that she was the one who flipped for sure, and I think Jackie ended up flipping too. Which, fair, I was playing both sides a little bit. Wow, I am just so blindsided right now. Holy damn bleep.